As most people know, Charlie Kirk died recently, which I absolutely abhor and condemn completely. Just want to put that on record. But that has led to an absolute psychosis on the right. An absolute psychosis. Listen to this voicemail left for a Michigan House representative.
I won't leave my name or number because I'm in fear of Lori. I'm afraid of her because I think she's evil.
Talking about the House member.
And she's mentally not fit to be in Congress. If President Trump wants the National Guard deployed because Gretchen Whitmer is a communist and hates America.
See, look, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to stop every minute or two. Gretchen Whitmer is not anywhere near a communist, not even close. Nor does she hate America. The governor of Michigan, this is absolutely, disconnected from reality entirely. I've come to the conclusion that these people, the MAGA extremists, do not live in the same realm as us. Fox News has created an alternate reality that they all live in and are convinced that Democrats are literally demons. When Trump dies, hopefully at a ripe old age of 103, in bed with family or whatever, hopefully the adult family and not the children. When that happens, of natural causes, God willing, we're still going to have a Fox News problem. And I'm coming around to the fact that he moved so fast and broke things to such a degree that there will be serious repercussions from the voter base. When Democrats take control again, in my opinion, I believe that Republicans are completely and totally... I believe that we're going to see something similar to the Spruchhammer courts in Germany after World War II, where practically every judge, practically every prosecutor and defense attorney and child and everybody was all part of the Nazi movement because Hitler cleared out the entire legal system and replaced it with his sycophants. And after World War II, there were Spruchhammer courts where every single adult had to fill out a questionnaire, 131 questions. I talked about it on my channel recently, my main channel. And it was stuff like, who did you help when all of this is going on? Who can back up your claims? When did you join the party? Was it pre-1937 or post-1937? Because after 1937 is basically a requirement. And they really dug through people's lives all the way through. And if you were not actively resisting against the Nazi party, then you were probably going to face repercussions for it. I believe we're going to see something similar in the United States. I believe that just like the Nazi Party, the United States keeps really good records. And if records are destroyed, diary entries are going to be used to piece together who was a member of ICE at this time, who joined, and at what point. And everybody all the way up and down the chain is going to face consequences for it, in my opinion. Might be tough to get to that point, says Haunted Shadows Legacy. If history is a guide, I don't believe so. I believe that that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Donald Trump is too conceited and full of himself to nominate an heir to the throne, and nobody could control it like Trump could. No one can control MAGA that way, except for Trump. Even if he did choose an heir to the throne and groom them, he would have to fully give up the mantle, fully give it up, for it to actually take, and you know he's not going to do that. So in my opinion, we are going to see massive consequences, like the likes of which we've never seen in this country before. Pam Bondi, Elon Musk, Matt Walsh, all of them are, in my opinion. After Democrats take control, I believe that they are all, and, people worried about gerrymandering. I think that Republicans are worried about gerrymandering because they know how they are. Midterms will serve as a gauge for us to see just how these people are. And I have more to say on this subject, and I'm going to say it in another video on the FCC and Ted Cruz and stuff like that. But I believe that they are so that's one ray of sunshine. And you know what? They may try to erase all of this stuff. They may try to delete the ICE database. Keep a diary entry so that they can't get away with that. Keep diaries. Anyway, let's keep listening to this completely brainwashed fool who is almost certainly going to go through a Spruikhammer court at some point in the next 10 years.
By the way, guys, check out my new shop, owenmorgan.com/shop. I have a bunch of really cool designs on there.
It's damn well they're going to be out. You tell this little ignorant that we'll vote her ugly butt right out and all her fake nails and everything.
I think she's talking about not Gretchen Whitmer, but the congressman.
I'm sick and tired of you people committing hate crimes against us.
What are they talking about? Hate crimes? What? What are you smoking? This is what I'm talking about. Different reality. And Fox News is responsible for this. They are responsible for this. And I believe everybody up and down the chain at Fox News is going to go through Spruikhammer courts as well for what they've done to this country. Completely destroyed it. Hollowed it out. This is unforgivable. And I will not stop until I see some kind of Spruikhammer court equivalent for everybody that participated in this.
You Democrats are evil. Go crawl up Satan's anus where you came out of, because you're going to live an eternal life in hell. Why do you hate us?
I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. Okay? Turn off Fox News. Please, I'm begging you. For your sanity. Nobody hates you, okay? Get a grip on reality. This is not happening. This is a delusion fed to you by Fox News. They call for Democrats to call for calm and lowering the temperature and all of that stuff. I've been doing that since I started YouTube, okay? I'm a pacifist. I've never believed in fighting or war or whatever as an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Before Trump, okay? I started YouTube before Donald Trump came along. And I have always believed in pacifism, peacefully finding solutions to problems. These people are completely gone because of Fox News. They're convinced that I am violent, that you are violent, and that you hate them or whatever. They are completely gone. And I don't believe that there's any solving this anymore. I don't believe there's any fixing this short of Spruikhammer courts. That's it. That's what we have to do.
You hate God. You hate America. I pray that God protects us against you. You are ugly from the inside out, and you're evil. You're full of hate. Why don't you leave us alone, you ignorant? Get the out of our country, you traitor!
I'm telling you, man, different realities. Literally, none of this applies to anybody that I have ever heard of. Okay, nobody that I know hates God. I don't hate God as an atheist. I don't hate God. I don't give a fuck about God. I want to move on with my life and live it the way that I want to live it, and you can live it the way you want to. I'm not trying to impede your ability to go to church or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't hate MAGA people. I don't hate anything. We all just want to live our lives and do our thing. I'm telling you, man, their heads are fried.
Go to hell! You're not going to get your legislation passed. We're going to vote you out. No bitch!
In all seriousness, this is absurd, but this is the degree of rage that has been instilled in these people by Fox News. And if this is not incitement to violence, what Fox News has done to these people, I don't know what is, honestly.
That's about what you've done to us, you stupid fool. And go ahead, mock me all you want.
Well, ma'am.
I'm only recording this and screaming in it. I know I sound like a lunatic. I'm a Democrat. That's what the Democrats sound like.
It is literally what the Republican sounds like right now. What Democrat do you think is screaming at people about being Satan's anus or whatever?
You guys go ahead and do all your crappy shit against us and think we're just gonna lay down and take it.
Do what? Do what? What happened to you? What do you think the Democrats are doing right now? Do you know that Tyler Robinson, dude who took a shot at Charlie Kirk, it was just released that there were no ties to left-wing groups. No ties to left-wing groups, none. This woman has been fed insanity, liquid insanity by Fox News for years, decades. How do we come back from this? We don't. We don't. My channel is no longer trying to reach these people. My main channel is still trying to reach Jehovah's Witnesses. It's still trying to reach Mormons and Scientologists and whoever else. My Fireside channel is no longer trying to reach these people. They're gone. That's it. Their minds are fried. I am now talking to you. I am now trying to give hope, trying to give an honest assessment of where we're going to be in the future. And I believe in the next 10 years, we're going to be in a significantly better place than we are now. But it's going to take Spruikhammer courts.
We know you're not going to be able to cheat on the votes like you have been since 2020.
Who the f was the president in 2020? Who was the president? How could Democrats have possibly cheated on the vote? It didn't happen. And the fact that Trump won in 2024 should be even more evidence that there was no cheating going on. But the logic does not pierce their thick skulls because they've had a barrier of nonsensical trash built up around it by Fox News for so long.
And Gretchen Whitmer is just a piece of shit. She's lying. She's evil.
How? Where'd you get that? What did she do? Who told you that?
Every Democrat is going to rot in hell. I guarantee you that. And you are a real ignorant girl. That's what you are, a girl.
Anyway, the point is that these people's heads are fried. And I'm no longer trying to work with them or talk to them or convert them or whatever. I think it's over. I talked about this at length, how Germany came back after the Nazi scourge appeared, how they erased that and corrected course. And the answer was Spruikhammer courts, Nuremberg trials for the arch criminals, and shame, deep shame, embarrassment at what they had just done, and fear of being imprisoned if they take part in this ever again. So they just shut their mouths. They didn't say anything about being Nazis anymore after they lost the war. And their children grew up in a world where Nazis were accurately, correctly viewed as evil. And then in 1963 to 1967, there was a movement of young people who asked some tough questions about their parents' past. Their parents didn't like it, and it split up families. They didn't talk to their parents ever again, some of them. And as they took over the economy and the teaching jobs and everything else in the 60s, there was a big push to teach the Nazi past in schools. And their children grew up hearing about how evil Nazism was. So by the time their children got a little bit older, got out of school, say the 80s or 90s, things had completely turned around. We don't change people's minds to get out of this type of situation. There was a period of time where maybe we could have done that. That's not how we handle this. We handle this by shaming the extremists to make them feel embarrassed about believing this stuff and making them not want to spread it to more people, basically, and letting them slowly, age out, die of old age, of natural causes, just die out. And the younger people come in, aren't brainwashed, and start to take over the country as time goes on. That's how we birth our way out of it. That's how we do it. And Spruikhammer courts are going to play a large part in that, in my opinion. Anyway, insane. Tell me what you think in the comments.